Good morning, you guys. I'm on my hot girl walk today. I figured I want to do updates regarding my semaglutide journey, and what's a better way to do it than during my hot girl walk? So I am at a neighborhood right outside my work. It is 7 fucking a.m. and I want to like sit here and be like, oh yeah, I do this every day. This is the first fucking day that I'm doing this in a while. My whole mentality with just losing weight, bitch, is just baby fucking steps. Just to give a little background, if you don't know who I am, I'm Janelle. I have a history of Adderall abuse, but I am a couple years, I want to say almost like 3 to 4 years sober from abusing stimulants. I still dabble in other things, however, I am overall healthier and more holistic. And I am taking a GLP-1, so I know that sentence may sound a little contradicting to people, and it actually took me a long time to even get to this point, considering I very much was against GLP-1 medications. I didn't understand it. But a lot of that came from ignorance and not being able to access it. So I didn't understand. I didn't have the knowledge that I do now. But I just want to kind of talk about a little bit how it came to where I'm at now, mindset wise, because you may be in the same boat. And I'm not here to convince you that taking a GLP-1 is what you need to do, but I just want to share my story so you guys can see if you see yourself in this story at all. But I used to be a competitive dancer. I was very fit growing up, not needing any medications, of course, just relying on my good old fast metabolism. After college, when I stopped competing, I worked a 9 to 5, just in the grind of adult life. I gained a bunch of weight. COVID didn't fucking help. And I have yet to lose all that weight. And to be specific, I've gained about 50 pounds of excess weight. 10 of those pounds have been muscle. The rest is fat, pure fat. And I had rededicated my weight loss journey around, I think, 2019, when I quit Adderall. Oh no, sorry. I quit Adderall around 2022. Girl, I don't even remember. But the moment that I decided to quit Adderall, I tried to be as healthy as possible. But if you know anything about quitting stimulants or just addiction in general, you have to kind of focus on that, and everything else is just collateral. So I was able to quit the Adderall, but in turn I gained a bunch of weight as well. Once I finally was at a baseline of like, okay, I can focus on the weight loss part, bitch, nothing was working. Like, I have been at a maintenance phase for the longest, which is great, but it's like I still don't feel completely like myself. I have love for this current version of me, for past versions of me, but just because you have love for yourself doesn't mean you can't have aspirations and goals to be better. So with that being said, I tried everything, like keto, carnivore diet, intermittent fasting, what else? Like tracking calories, of course. I mean, I can take accountability and say that at the end of the day, I just haven't been in a deep enough deficit. For perspective, I'm 5'2.5". I got a trainer, nutritionist, and you actually don't even need those things to figure this out. But in order for me to actually be in a deficit, I have to be eating like 1,200 calories and then working out, So it's like eating 1,200 calories, it's not impossible, but like living in America, all the food that we have access to, it's like you go to McDonald's or something, or even just somewhere healthy, like you get a salad at fucking Salada, it's already like 600 calories for a meal. So, I take responsibility in that. Can I lose this weight if I try even harder to just eat less and not be on the GLP-1? Absolutely. But, I realize all the judgments I had before, it was always like I'd see people on Ozempic and I'm like, oh, they're cheating. They are taking the easy way out. Fucking spoiler alert, it's not the easy way out. When you're on a GLP-1, you still have to fucking work out, bitch. You actually do every single thing that you're doing to lose weight naturally. It just actually helps you stay in a deeper deficit. So I actually can see the progress that I'm making, because it just felt like I was lifting heavy weights. I was going to dance class every day, tracking my foods, being in a deficit, and I just maintained, And that was just so frustrating because it's like, I actually want to see the gains that I've been working so hard for. And this was after a couple years of doing the same thing. It's like, it starts to get really frustrating. The way I was able to come to terms with the GLP-1 is that my sister, two of my sisters and my mom actually were dabbling in weight loss medications. So it wasn't until like someone in my immediate family who are now like my support in all this kind of like opened my eyes. Like, okay, if my sisters are on it and my mom's on it, you know, there's probably something to this. So with that, I just did my own research and I figured out like what about this medication. Oh my God, there's so many people. Everyone's walking today. Okay, long story short, I realized that this wasn't necessarily going to be the way out and that this wasn't going to be a crutch for me. I think because I had that experience with Adderall and whatnot, I can go into this knowing that this will not be that. This GLP-1 is not going to be a crutch, and I have my boundaries with this. And before even getting on the medication, I just told myself that I'm not going to rely on the medication to take me there. And it's so true because, long story short, y'all, I am 3 weeks into taking compounded semaglutide and I don't really feel much. So this like video may not be super eventful because, or not, may not be super insightful because I honestly don't really feel much of a difference. How did I get this medication? So we have a family friend that is a nurse practitioner and knows my health history and whatnot. So I got prescribed from him and I am picking up my medication at a compounded pharmacy. I don't know how long that's going to last because I hear that there's a lot of regulations and restrictions that may be coming out in regards to compounded GLP-1s. So I have to just kind of be ready if something were to happen. But I am currently on the lowest starting dose of compounded semaglutide. So I am taking 0.1, I believe it's 2.5 milligrams or something like that. And I inject it. The first week I did feel fatigue. The first 2 weeks felt fatigue 1 to 2 days after my shot. I think the worst that I felt was on my period. I started my period, I think on weekend 2. And I don't want to say bedridden, but like I didn't want to do anything. But the thing is, if you have the luxury to just like stay at home on the weekends or time it to where you can just stay at home, you'll be fine. And then you just ride it out. But as far as that, like after those 2 days are up, like I feel back to normal. I'm taking dance classes. I'm even still active the days that I take the shot. It's just you feel a little fatigued. I was like anticipating that I would be nauseous. I would have, you know, fucking diarrhea or whatever. I don't know. I bought all the supplements and medications to help counteract that. I haven't even needed any of them. I haven't even needed like Zofran or anything. But then again, I'm only at the intro dose. So with that being said, I actually asked my provider if I could just go ahead and titrate up because I literally feel nothing. He hasn't said anything, but today's my shot day and I am tempted to just go up to the next dose. I know that may not be advised, but another turning point as to why I want to get on the medication is full transparency. My wedding is in November, so it's in like 4 months. And I selfishly want to look the best that I can for my wedding. You, as a woman, it's okay if you just want to be selfish. I feel like we kind of dog on women for wanting to put themselves first and get the boobs done and to do all this when it's like, girl, like live your life. If you're gonna feel and look good and live your life with no regrets, just fucking do it. Get the Ozempic, get the boob job, get your nose done, or get nothing done, you know? It's your life at the end of the day. Since I have been, you know, pursuing my health journey without the medication, I haven't really adjusted much as far as like what I've been doing. Like I still work out, I still try to get my steps in. The biggest thing that I have changed and that this medication has allowed me to do is focus more so on the meal preps, because before I would make meal preps, you guys, but I wouldn't stick to them. I'd always kind of like divert from the plan. It would be like noon at work and I'm like, I don't want to eat this fucking tuna, and I'd go to Chipotle. But now I think I can attribute this to the semaglutide, but it helps me stick to the plan. I think that's a good way of saying it. I don't crave like random cravings as much. I don't crave sugar as much, but I'm still hungry. So that's a great thing. And about that is like, if you still feel hungry, in specifics to my weight loss goals and my body goals, I'm actually just trying to body recomp. So I'm not fixated on a number in terms of like, I want to be 110 pounds. I just want to lose as much body fat that I had gained and maintain or gain muscle. So with that being said, I channel all that hunger that I still have into eating protein, purely protein. Try to be low fat, low carb. And yeah, I still eat. I still have an appetite for the things that I love. And it's great. But yeah, so it's really not that bad. Of course, my update may sound different when I have doubled my dose. But that is actually also my goal. I am just trying to find my sweet spot, that dose that I'm able to consistently lose weight and stay on that. I'm really trying to avoid getting to that full dose because I want to be able to wean off of it effectively and stay off of it once I've reached my goals. So yeah, y'all, if you have any experience with GLP-1 medications or anything that I'm saying, please let me know in the comments because I'd love to, hear what you have to say. I feel like being on something like this, having support in a community and people to talk to really helps. I'm really thankful that I have my sisters and my mom. But I also am on this Facebook group. I totally forgot the creator's name, but I found her on YouTube and she linked this group called Semagirlies. I'll probably put it in the bio or the description. And it's just a bunch of people that have questions and just share their experiences, and it's really helpful. TikTok, I'm always on TikTok listening to other people's journeys and their tips and tricks. And now I'm sharing my own. But yeah, I think another theme or the same theme I want to reiterate is like baby steps. Just do what you can. Like this week, like is my 3rd week on semaglutide, and I made the decision to get my steps in again. Have I hit 10K steps every day? Definitely not. This is the first day, it's a Friday out of the week, the first day that I'm actually up in the morning walking. All the other days I was just walking in the evening. So, we're going to try again next week to hit those 10K steps, and we'll keep on trying until we get it. And even if you have a horrible week and you don't do any of that shit that you've planned, it's okay. It's okay. The meal preps, you guys, okay, that's it. I think that's like a big thing that I could already see that is really contributing to my progress. Take inventory of the foods that you like. For me, pasta. If you haven't gotten in the routine of meal prepping, you don't have to immediately start and just eat chicken, broccoli, and rice. Like my whole mentality when I'm trying to adopt a new habit, I make it so that it is fun and I look forward to doing it. So if I want to meal prep, like for example, this first week, we meal prepped chicken strips, fried chicken strips, with honey mustard. I ate it every day this week. So make it to where you create those positive neural pathways in your brain to reinforce the habit before you dump into like eating the most leanest meal prep that you won't even eat every day. Same with the walks. If you can't fucking walk 10K steps a day, just try to aim to walk 10 minutes this week. And then slowly you'll build the habit, Do it. Set yourself up for success. Set your environment up for success, and you'll be good. Like for example, this walk right now, I am filming a video. I could be listening to a podcast, and that is killing 2 birds with 1 stone. And I feel like this is a very productive use of my time. As far as like telling people, I have told like some close to me. However, you don't have to tell people when you're on this journey. You can just keep it to yourself. As I'm making this video, I want to make some small goals for myself. So this next week being my 4th week, I want to really aim to get my 10K steps a day. If I don't do 10K steps, I take either a dance class, so I feel like it kind of equates to something similar, but I really want to hone in on my actual energy expenditure and workouts because I feel like I'm finally getting somewhere with the meal preps. But at the end of the day, really, it's whatever you put in your body is more important because you can't outwork a bad diet. But yeah, I want to continue to make meal preps that I enjoy, that are within my macros, I haven't been super hard on like fat and carbs. I've been focusing more on hitting my protein goals. So I want to continue to do that and find creative ways to stay in a deeper deficit and just be consistent. I think that is like, if I could sum it up as to why I haven't reached my goals in the past couple of years of trying so hard, it's just this consistency. Liv Schmidt said it. It's like, it doesn't matter if you get, you know, an A on your final or an A on your exam if you've been making consistent F's. You have to make straight A's. So that's kind of like what I channel and what I think whenever I'm on this journey. It's like, it's awesome if I, you know, do great one week and do great another week, keep that energy up, but it's not gonna matter if everything just goes to shit after the fact. So I just gotta show up for myself, keep on trying, and I know it'll get there. And I also have to give myself my flowers now because I am, I have done a lot, bitch. I have done a lot. Everyone is going through their own journey in life. You know, you're battling things behind the scenes that no one knows about, and you still show up for yourself every day. Like, that's something to be proud of yourself for. So yeah, and no matter how I look or what I weigh on the day of my wedding day, I'm still gonna feel the most beautiful because I'm pouring to myself now and I love myself. So this is your reminder that you don't need to be a size 2 for whatever event you're planning to look good for or whatnot. Like, just enjoy the journey and have fun. So that's all I kind of have. I don't know if I'm going to post this because I feel like it's hard for you guys to hear. I don't know. Let me know if you like this type of video or if you want just a sit down video. But love y'all.